For Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that Chukwu may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O Mighty One, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. Ichie, Ichie, Ichie. I welcome each and every one of you, wherever you are all over the world. And I ask
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wonderful people of Biafra. My name is Mazi Umeh, and I reside here in United Kingdom. And the time now here in United Kingdom is 18 minutes past 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. in Biafra time, and I think 1 p.m. in Eastern time, United States of America. Today is the 5th of March 2023 of the year of our Lord. And today is a very significant day that we have come today to do the justice. And today, the USA MKA Worldwide News Channel has been unveiled today for Biafrans across the globe to fill the gap of the servitude going on within IPOB. We thank you, and I'm going to bring the panels in this evening to everybody to introduce themselves. Chinwe, can you introduce yourself, please?
IPOB, one family, and one family, IPOB. My name is Chinwe. I live in the US, and I come from Inyi in Oji River, local government area of Enugu State. I want to use this opportunity to say hello, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I bring you greetings from the United States. And I want to say good afternoon to everybody that is in the afternoon time zone. Good evening, if that's your time zone, and good morning, if that is your time zone. You are welcome to today's edition And the median edition, as a matter of fact, as today we are debuting IPOB USA MNNK Worldwide News Channel, from where integrity, honesty, and extreme support for our leader and the Biafra we are restoring will always come from. We welcome you to today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And well, Mazi, Ichie, Eziokwu, can you introduce yourself, please?
I believe everyone can hear me. My name is Eziokwu. I am the regional coordinator of Eastern Region in USA. And I'm from Anambra. And we thank the Almighty God for bringing us here today for the first podcast we're going to do with our US streaming network. I believe you guys should bear with us. All will be well. And we're here to speak the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi. Mazi, Ndidi, go ahead, please.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all Biafrans. I say ụtụtụ ọma, ehihie ọma, abalị ọma, na mgbede ọma. My name is Mazi Ndidi Anwurum. I come from Ikeduru in Biafra land. I reside here in the USA, and I am the Mountain Region Coordinator. Good evening all. Ndewo.
Thank you, Mazi. As the High Chief has joined us, High Chief, please can you introduce yourself? Thank you for joining us. Ndewo.
Biafrans, thank you very much. My name is High Chief Ogbuefi. I'm from Abia, from Arichukwu. Thank you. Does everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And today is a wonderful day, like everybody have said. And the purpose today is US has taken up the challenge now. This network is dedicated for those gospel truths and the loyalties of Mazi and kind of cross board in conjunction with Biafra Alpha Power Media International United Kingdom. We collaborate because, as all you know, IPOB has one central command and one voice, which is Radio Biafra, but today is no longer the same. So we need to provide ourselves where our voice can be heard. Undiluted truth must be spoken. Nobody can stifle us, and we fear nobody, and we shall remain truthful as our leader have taught us. Those that believe in Mazi Nnamdi will always be optimistic in what they do and what they say. So tonight, this is US, and as however they want is how we're going to do it. We have a lot of things in our sleeve. But before we go forward, I would like High Chief Ogbuefi If there's anything you want to, if there's any monologue you want to put in first before we go into our agendas today, if not, then we take it one after another. There we
Okay. Biafrans, thank you very much. I'm getting echo here. I don't know. Thank you very much. This radio here we have right here is developing with USA, and it's called IPOB USA MNK Worldwide News Channel. That is the name. So why did we create this? We created this because Chike has seized the Biafra radio. Onion to introduce for everybody to come there and broadcast. Chike has seized it and selected some people who can say something at the radio and some people cannot. So this is why we developed this channel to help us so that we can encounter all those lies they are putting to us. And this is why we set up this platform. That's the only thing I can say right now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, High Chief. Chinwe, is there anything you want to add before we all just say something before we can go into our agenda? Thank you.
We can't hear you.
Chinwe, you're mute.
Thank you.
Okay.
I just want to add that from IPOB USA, we have been very consistent, absolutely consistent, with integrity, loyalty to Onyendu. And it is our high resolve to remain standing for this struggle and for the leadership of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we want to let the world know that whatever that is going to come from this platform definitely is the truth, filled with integrity and dignity for who we are as Biafrans and for the Biafra restoration for which our amiable leader is suffering for at this moment. So whenever you tune into this broadcast, know that you're getting the undiluted truth. Thank you.
There were Mazi Ichie. Go ahead, please.
And they will I greet you all. Like I said before, what we're here to do is just to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. We've been laid astray for so long, and we're here to provide genuine and straightforward leadership, as in, I'm not talking about that we're taking over from anybody or anything, but to tell our people that is following us diligently and following our leader diligently that we're here to tell them the truth and nothing but the truth, and the whole Biafra as a whole. So What we're here to do today is just the beginning, and we will continue to bring the truth to everybody. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains our leader. Nobody's going to dispute that. Nobody will take over his position. For now, I yield. Ndewo.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, Ndidi, go on, please.
Thank you, my brother. Good afternoon here from here, all Biafrans. Like my colleagues have all said, we are here for the truth. And, people say that they are loyal to our leader. If you are loyal to my leader, just like I am loyal to him, you should do whatever he says for you to do. When you start not listening to our leader, then you're not loyal to him. It doesn't matter how high you are up in IPOB. It doesn't matter how high you are. Me, Mazi Anwurum, will not listen to you because you're no longer loyal to my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So the truth be told that Eziokwu and we're here for that truth without fear nor favor. Thank you.
Okay. Hello? Mazi, are you true?
Yes, I did say thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, I think the best thing we start with the memo, because everything's centered on disobedience of or gross insubordination of the so-called HMD, the Chronicle of a Saboteur, aka Chike Dozem, aka the enemy at the gate. Chike Dozema and his cronies have done undespicable things within IPOB that every discerning mind, if you're a member of IPOB, the first thing you learn is the guidelines of IPOB, which borders in our code of conduct. We practice code of conduct without even enacting it in black and white from 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17. Our code of conduct in black and white came in end of 2019, for your information. So tonight, as all dignitary has gathered, men of honor and integrity and women of integrity, all of us here, we have things we do, but we cannot, for any reason whatsoever, turn blind eye or, how do I put it? Now, we've forgotten about Onyendu because, as you can see, everything they do, they don't talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Onyendu has become a thing of the past, which they have propagated in so many arms of their era, saying that even Onyendu come out, nothing will happen. Tonight, let's take our argument from the memo that came from our barrister, Nemeke Ejiofor, that substantially put things Onyendu have itemized there. The question we'll be asking ourselves is this, because over time, I remember when all this whole saga started, we were telling them that Chike Edozian was actually blunt, he has emboldened himself. The is beyond insubordination. They have done coup d'etat, which they failed woefully, because we are there watching them every step of the way. UK here, they changed Onyendu's name and all that whatnot. So let's start with the memo, and I would like every single one of you to add your voice into that memo. We have a lot of stuff. That memo from Nnameka, before we go into memo, the fake memo Chike Edozian is putting out, because this is argument we are putting out, that Onyendu's order must be followed to letter. So we'll put it on screen, and we go through from Mazi High Chief Ogbuefi, after you, Chinwe, Eziokwu, and Ndidi. So everybody add their own voice within 2-3 minutes, so we'll move forward. We put the memo is going to cover us a little bit, because we didn't add it up. So now this is the memo we're talking about here, which I'll be reading it and somebody, I don't need to read it anymore, or do you want me to read it? Either way, because we all have read this memo. But the question we're asking now, if Chike Edoziem is still the HND of IPOB, our question is this: has he implemented all these things Onyendu have itemized? Because this is a legal document. Every argument you put up today in IPOB, this is where you drive their power. This memo said it all. It is there, and they have not come out to refute it. And now we still put there was our barrister, which is our counsel Ejimako, special counsel to Onyendu and IPOB, where he actually confirmed this memo. Only person that's still playing game with himself, massaging himself, is Eziokwu, because Eziokwu is the person that actually benefiting from our leaders being concentrated in solitary confinement, DSS dungeon, because he has not said anything, you know. So, High Chief Ogbuefi, can you elaborate a little bit, because this is where we have to start tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother Mazi. Thank you. This memo can never stop appearing in every broadcast we are doing. This is a very important memo. And this memo, Chike Edoziem seeks this memo for some time without bringing it, until Prince Kalontakalo show it up to the public. Now, why Chika sees this memo Onyendu wrote? This is the first something publics, saw Onyendu putting it at like a memo. Other ones probably they have been sending it to him to interpret it to us, but he don't do it. But this is the memo that is forced to be bringing it out, and it's out right now. So this is what I was saying earlier, that the power Chike Edoziem won that power. And that's what I was talking. If people can listen to my audio, it's this thing right now. So I don't see reason why Onyendu will bring this. And he refused to bring it out for the public, to us, for Biafrans to see it. He's hiding it. What is his plan? What is his motive of doing it? It is very wrong. Onyendu remained the spring leader. Nobody will change it. Anything Onyendu said goes, whether you like it or not. Anybody thinking that Onyendu will not come out, it will not gonna come out. That's proper lie. That odds that makes them to be strong, to be doing what they are doing, they failed. They have failed. Onyendu will be coming out very soon, whether they like it or not. So doing all these unnecessary things, thinking that Onyendu will not gonna come out, they are planning evil against Onyendu, against our spring leader. It cannot happen. We are here, USA are here to challenge. So we have all our people now that trust Onyendu. We are gathering together to tell Chika and his youth and his group that they are going nowhere. That's all I can say about this memo right now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, High Chief. Lady Chinwe, before we continue, there's something very, very important we need to very pay attention to about this memo. We all know about this memo. But on the 13th, it was stated there that a copy of this memo is to send to Chike Edoziem, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, ESQ, keep one for MNK. Now, Before Chinwe start, because we know what the memo is Int'l, there's something I want to put up here. No, not that. Now, as you can see on this, I want to read this before you can respond. This is from Aloy Ejimako, the Special Counsel to Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB at large. He said today's visit with MNK concluded earlier today. He was in the clinic for an immune reaction that may require urgent surgery. He said that anybody doubting his directives should refer to the memos issued by his lawyer, especially one by Barrister Nemeka on the 15th of December 2022. Now, one thing I've said this before in couple programs I did about Ifeanyi Ejiofor, because some of us remember, I don't want to digress, what happened in 2015 with Obeta. Now Ifeanyi Ejiofor is more dangerous than Obeta. We'll get there. So Chinwe, I'll give you the floor to say something, please. Thank you. Unmute yourself. Unmute.
Mazi, thank you so much. There's a limit to how far people can hide. And there's a limit to the lies people can tell. Their nemesis will always come after them, and not too far. I want to state that prior to this memo coming out in December, that Chika evaded every question targeted at why he was disobeying Onyendu. He evaded it and strongly evaded it during his ill-fated meeting in the USA. But you can see a memo came for him to do the needful. This is administrative matter. It's not financial matter. He leaves his office and he's chasing another person's office, the finance. He lost his mind. He took time, abandoned his job, and then running after someone else's job. And then he failed to bring out this memo. Let's say he forgot. Ejiofor was given a copy. Ejiofor couldn't ask Chika, what about that memo that our supreme leader said publish? Have you published it? Now, Onyendu have reacted by insisting that they should make reference to that memo. Please tell me, is there any cocoa head anywhere? Is it so difficult? This memo is his nemesis. This memo is coming back to fight him, to let the world know that he can no longer hide. He's lying to us. He's not obeying Onyendu. And he's flagrantly disobeying Onyendu's directives, and is face to face with it today. There we go.
Yeah, thank you. Obviously, Ichie, can you comment on this memo, please?
Yeah, Ndewo. Chinwe stole my thunder a little bit, but nevertheless, Madam Chinwe reminded me about, because I wanted to speak about it too, but she remembered. You see, that's the reason why we say the spirit is one. On the 30th of April, you see, we deal with facts and figure. If the day he will say he did not say so, then I abide now. On the 30th of April, 2002, Chika came to the meeting that was held in the US here.
Sorry, 2022, right?
2022, 30th of April. He came to the meeting that we had in the US here. And as usual, they thought we were going to come into, because we already knew what he was doing. So he thought we were going to, and his colleagues thought we were going to come there to come and ferment problems. Because we already had a meeting before, prior to that particular 30th of April, where me and Ndidi, we kind of confronted him of not having Onyendu's back and not doing what Onyendu told him to do. So that 30th of April, he came to the meeting. That was the same day he said, with his own mouth, he said that there was never a time that he refused to do what Onyendu told them to do. In that 30th of April, Chinasa equally said, you know, it's not everything that Onyendu say we should do. That's what we're going to do. In that meeting, my problem is this. With this memo here, those people that are still following that are still following sheepishly, that does not know that Chiketu, he said in front of them that everything that Onyendu told them to do, that they are doing that same thing. That there was never a time Onyendu gave them an instruction and they refused. But today, what is going on? Is it not obvious? Are we supposed to be telling people that this is what is happening and this is what is not happening? If you call yourself a wise man or a wise woman, you're supposed to know what is going on by now. Even if you're not wise. The memo is there. There is no implementation. If the memo is there and there is no implementation till 2002, December, right? 2002, December 15th.
22.
So now, that memo has not been implemented. And you now tell me to come and listen to Chikedozie for what reason? When our Onyendu is being left out there to hang. You know, but it's not going to work for them. I mean, it's not going to work. We're here. We go nowhere. We're all here. We still have more things that he has said that he has not implemented. The only thing he goes after is the fund, IPOB's fund, and which Onyendu has told him to remove his hand from the fund, even in that memo. But he's still running around and trying as much as possible to deceive the gullible one. Anyway, let me keep it here. We'll come back to other ones. Deal.
Ndidi, can you go on?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, well, most people have said what I wanted to say, but as regards to this memo, it is completely obvious. And then we Biafrans are smart. We should ask ourselves questions. The same lawyer, Ichie, that brought this memo, they have been listening to him. If this memo wasn't made to bear for us to see, we wouldn't know what's going on, and they'll still do what they want to do. So if it's the person they trusted that brings them information, why can't they do this in this memo that our leader, through this barrister, sent to them? So it is obvious they choose what they want to do, and the ones that they think that doesn't favor them. And I think everything in that memo, for any authentic IPOB member under Mazi should just follow it. It is completely obvious, even after the memo was shown, so we have all seen it. They have the affront, the temerity to go and tamper with Int'l as we are talking about that, they still have the same temerity to go and open another account. All this were stated in that memo not to do. So, I mean, we all have sense, we can all reason. Any true Biafran following our leader, Mazi Kano, would know. I don't have to tell you from these actions, from what they did, it will show you that they don't give a damn about our leader. There is something else that is beating the drum for them. If it's not, let them come out and tell us, because it is obvious that they want to follow their own path. They've said it in the past, if Oyendu comes out, this and that. But what they don't know is this. Every Biafran, and I mean every Biafran, listens to one man, and that's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Once he comes out, all these people will fall like a pack of cards, that's for sure. And no matter what anybody tries to keep him in there, Chukwu Abiyama will say no. We are here to stop them at the gate. I don't want to be too emotional about this. I'm just giving you guys the fact. Please reason, look at that memo and see for yourself if they truly are doing the biddings of our leader. And if they are not, ask yourself a question. Why not? What is their intentions? They will.
Yeah, thank you very much. There's something I want to add here on this issue. Over time, the truth about the whole thing is that if people don't understand that this was a systematic, I will use the more systematic, right? I will take you back in 2017. The first person that made these utterances was Nyanwodo, that they want to use IPOB to weaken IPOB within. Clifford Irwanya and his cronies then, they tried it, it didn't work. Because tri-pop, right-pop, you know, what Onyendu was rendition, there's a lot of questions being asked. If we play the voice of Chikedozian when those Umada highway in America pinned him down to him to confess his sins because they were sharing money together, you will understand his sincerity, and then the signing mind of Onyendu still with him. And once the spirit left him, that's why he doesn't hear his voice anymore. And the time they start telling you leadership, there's nothing like leadership in IPOB. We have only one central command. And they trickle from the top to the bottom, bottom to top. So today what we are seeing is that particular agenda in every level in IPOB. That's what they're implementing. But we will be tied them, because at the end of the day, all of them are falling, like you said, they will fizzle away. Because those that have come before them, they were nowhere to be. Even men, I'm talking about men, they are bosses. They were nowhere to be found. As soon as they come out, all of them will become history. But we must stand in that gap. That is what we will tell them. Now, one thing we must know, Chikedozium have formed his own cabal and his own fronting, which what do you call his name? Ifeanyi Ejiofor is now the one leading them. Because when you hear leadership, that's not IPOB. When someone says leadership is not IPOB, we know what our code of conduct entails. And when that comes in, that order must be, it must be implemented without even, you don't ask question. Obey before complain, that's IPOB. So when they started telling you about leadership, and I want to say something here, if you go back on all this media, all this recharge card media worms they've got, right? The one that smoke whatever is smoke in South Africa. Listen to all the advices they give them from Azubike that live with you guys in America. And now this memo, the last time we did program, we played a voice. Whatever that guy said in that program, they're advising them openly. Even telling them when you come out, they're going to aid them. So Chikedozium is actually acting upon a public advice from riffraffs. And that's where the guy, they have lost it. He doesn't speak anymore. We're going to upload a couple of the memos he writes here that doesn't exist. So the truth must be told. That memo, like everybody have said the same thing. We're not reiterating or repeating what everybody have said. But we are pointing out that if you are an IPOB member and believe in Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after seeing that memo, and he didn't pause to ask questions, then probably the Satan will come from hell to have mercy upon you. Thank you, everybody. One thing we must do again, because we're still on the same part of this issue. There are so many memo like Mazi and Ndidi have already pointed out of Italy. We know that no memo that comes from Chikedozium is null and void. It's void because it does not represent IPOB, right? So we will move forward. Lady Chinwe, is there anything you want to tell us? So I could stay behind the mic and you carry on with whatever we're going to be doing. If not, then I will move forward.
I will just say this to support what you have said, and then you carry on. And what I want to add is, it is very obvious that Chika is running a parallel unit using our members. He's not man enough to bring on his own members. He's stealing our members. Now he's stealing our money, because when IPOB members who are gullible put in money wherever he wants them to put money, it is still very wrong. Now tell me, our people say Onrubewane Agbaloso. Can you just tell me one half reason, just half, not up to a reason, half a reason that Chika could not consider Onyendu's situation and is placing this slap on the entire IPOB family worldwide by doing what he's doing? So he has formed his own parallel group. And I'm using this opportunity to call all sons and daughters of Biafra. If you know that Onyendu is truly your supreme leader, this is the time to leave that sinking boat, because very soon it will capsize. Please, this is the time. Leave that boat. It's going nowhere. Okay? And for those of you who have had encounter with people who said to me, the reason I'm not going to go on with the project for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is because Chika will remove me as a member of DOS. Shame. Because you're a member of DOS, you are following falsehood. You are following lies. You are following deception. And you are still standing. I weep for you. So everybody at the sound of my voice, and you still know that Onyendu is your leader, this is the time. Make a quick decision. Thank you.
Mazi, can I add something to that,
Thank
please?
you very much, Wada Chinwe. And now, today is a very special day. So all this monologue today is just like an intro to introducing what we are doing and what America is about to do as well. So now, Ejimako, because when we talk about the bad ones, we have to talk about the good ones as well. Ejimako has become, we are not praising anybody, he's doing his job, and under IPOB is being paid for, and he has demonstrated that thing we call professionalism in every angle. That was makes him stand out, because no disrespect for Ejiofor. Ejiofor was picked up out of necessity. He was, I think, property managing lawyer in Abuja for whatnot. When this guy messed up, he was picked up, and everything that happened, because he could not file what happened in Onyendu's house in 2017, which all of us know. He couldn't file any illegal proceedings in Bintanyako's court till tomorrow morning. Even when Onyendu was rendition, he doesn't know what rendition stands for. It was Ejimako that told them what rendition, referring to Maruko 1985 or 84. Now, he has been precise in his concise with his messages and updates when it comes from Onyendu. Not you writing poem with Chineke and all this bunkum to, deception. Because Ejiofor, as long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is locked up in DSS dungeon, I said it will be blossomed. Now, this is the message he brought on 23rd of February 2023. Simple update. I visited MK today in company with some Mama Chupu, Umeh, and Barrister Maswell Opara. MK confirmed to me a recent visit by British Council and the matter of his extrajudicial detention and health were predominant full stop. Other messages lingering, but not for public consumption. Now, what we are talking about here is how this guy, our barrister, delivered messages to Biafrans and IPOB, and you can see how they have this den, because they could not box him in, to make him be in their lead. Now to be suppressing the message, because Eziokwu has broken the code of conduct of law, which in Zoo law doesn't exist. That's why Onyendu is being locked up. You cannot undermine your client when he's being locked up, because people will react. What are we paying you for? What is your job to our leader? He has got nothing. The guy has now dipping into the cabalism within IPOB. He's actually the one leading the so-called parallel IPOB, deceiving those they would deceive, because he's looking for who is going to click like and whatnot. So, and another thing is this: you guys live in America. We're not gonna be talking too much. The memo can flash them. If anybody have anything to say, he will say it. I call it fake memos. This one is one he wrote. This is the audacity. Because sometimes we talk about what Chikadozem have done. Chikadozem is indespicable. What he has done in IPOB is indespicable. Even to write a memo against the family of our leader. What have these people not done? Somebody questioning if IPOB is a family business. But we didn't hear this 2015, 16, 17, or 17 to be precise. If Onyendu family want money, I think when Ojuzo Kanu went to that house on 2017, they could have taken that money, if it's that what they wanted. And if they wanted money, in the front of Onyendu's, the Royal Highness Israel Okukano, the streets of Onyendu's house should have been tarred. But Onyendu said it over time, that is because his father was uncompromised. That is why his street, even though the land where other state government house lives is their land, they didn't tie it because they will not compromise. They will not budge. And I've asked them, show us your own family members. Because Onyendu, none of them will go to Abuja to go and see our leader. None of them have sent any of the family members to go to Abuja to see our leader. They have abandoned Onyendu, in quotes, systematically abandoned our leader. And tell the zoo to do whatever they want to do. Turn their eyes now. All of them now are supporting the politician. Some of you see what they wrote the other day about threatening politicians. Now they want money. The election is over. Now they will threatening them. And they will give them bag of dollar or naira. Everybody will go back. Mazi is in the DSS dungeon languishing. That's what Soludo saw. Now Soludo demanded that Onyendu must be released because he knows that we are playing games. This is that the memos. All these are fake memos, but we will flash them just to see. This one is dismissal of, I think, our brother in Italy, which that coordinator is done a marvelous job, and he sent him to Abyss instantly. Romanus didn't even bother. He sent him to Abyss quickly. And his appointed one, all these are fake memo. Chikedozen cannot write memo in IPOB. And this is Canon Takano tweet, which I know vast majority of you guys are here. You know about this tweet. You know, some of you know about this money. Ready Chinwe, you know about this money. This account, all of you knows about this account. What transpired, how much was stolen. Umeh account, nobody have said to us how much was Umeh account. After Chikedozen knew and he announced that account, he has not come out and tell us how much was recovered in that account. But this particular one is a story for another day. So I'm going to give you guys floor. Anybody that wants to say anything concerning all these things we have flashed out here, and we've got one voice to play, then we'll stay through them. Yeah? There one.
There, this Mazi Anwurum. Chief Chinwe and Ichie, if you guys don't mind, can I speak?
Go ahead.
Yes, okay. You know, all these memos with their information that they choose and pick where they want to go, I don't need to keep beating on a dead horse. Because for first of all, what I want to make everybody listening both Biafras, lovers of freedom, non-Biafras, everybody listen, because people may not know where we stand clearly. I'll put it straight. I stand with Onyendu, we stand with Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't stand with Chike Doziem. And I don't stand with anybody else that says it's auto what. No. We are IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is final. That is why we are beating our heads up and down to make sure that his words, his biddings are being done and done in the right way that he wants it. Again, going to the memos, actually where I want to head it is to the finance. The first meeting we had after our leader was renditioned, called by Fanye Jofu, the message he gave us there was that about bank account. After I talked to Mazi Doziem at that time, said, my brother, how is it all this thing our leader went through in Kenya, what he's talking about is finance? I don't think that's true. Chika replied to me 3 times that the Jaffa would not lie to him. But we all know the truth now. So it's all about money. Now, this account that is opened by them in, I think, Austria or Australia, I can't remember where. It's not about collecting money. No. Yeah. Because they already know where they divert their money. And if you ask yourself, all this money that they have collected, what have they done with it? They are not paying the lawyers. They're not doing anything with that money. They're not paying for the radio. They're not. So what are they doing with that money? So going back to this current account that they opened, deeming it a worldwide account, the real reason they did that is to stifle funding from our leader, to distract people. They went out and said it a day after our head of finance, Madam Nenayanya, made a broadcast and stated that the USA account is now the worldwide account on the 27th. The memo in their own date says 28th. That's the next day. So what kept them waiting? Because they thought they have finished us by closing the Germany account. They didn't know that Chukwu Abiyama has other ways to deal with them. So I don't even regard all these their nonsense memos. After they wrote quite a bit about myself and Ichie, about High Chief, about even Chinwe. So Otego, we are dealing with memos. It's like water on the rocks for now. I'll stop here. I don't want to keep going on and on, but my brothers and sisters, they are not with us. Thank you.
Yeah, the next person can take the floor, please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just want to interject here. I need people to calculate in their minds the basic standard truth that we all know. Once upon a time, Onyendu was with us. We have DOS. We have HOD, DOS. We have finance department. We have religious department. We have media department. We have all the departments. None of them are new. These departments operated. Ask yourselves, was there a time that Mazi Chika Edoziem was managing accounts, opening accounts, closing accounts, deciding where money will go and where money will not go, and even lying about money he was being paid? Was there a time he got involved with finance? How come that suddenly he did not remember that every department is heading itself by its head? I have never seen a time he said, Madam Neneanya, go and take over communication because I don't know what Ofoma is doing there. He never said that. He allowed Ofoma to run his media. But where all of them are coming to run is finance. Why finance? Why is he particular about finance? Does it sound like he doesn't want us to have money to pay for Onyendu's attorneys? Does it look like he wants to stifle us and make sure that we are broken? I need people to begin to think twice. If a system is running and the head is not available at the moment, it still continues to run until the leadership comes, until the head, the supreme head comes. We needed to remain the way we are until Onyendu comes back. But Chika will not. He wants to mess with the entire IPOB. Why is he concerned with finance from early in this our problem? Because Onyendu's problem is our problem. Why is he so concerned? I use the word is because it wasn't what he did and forgot. He's still doing it. Going to countries, lying to people, calling people, deceiving them, pulling them out. Why is he doing that? When did the administration become finance? Another question. I still don't understand where sometimes our mind goes. You have several departments. This is the reason the name is DOS. You have sectional heads in those departments. So how come that he's taking over some departments and then nothing is being heard about some departments? How come? My mission this afternoon, I am in the afternoon time zone now. My mission is for my people who truly love Onyendu and believe in the restoration of Biafra. I need you to think again and know who you're following. I need you to think again to know who you are defending. I need you to think again, what is it in the world, in the whole wide world, that the head of finance, IPOB, did that made them say, don't come to the radio again? She has never gone to the radio to talk anything outside her finance. Check your records. She stays on finance and passes information on finance. So what is so intoxicating that bearing her from the radio Biafra we pay for is hurting them? I will keep it at this in the interim. Thank you all.
Thank you. Mazi Ogbuefi, please.
Thank you. All the people that said something. Thank you. Do you all listen to Ndidi Collins, the former national coordinator Germany? The interview they have, was it 2 days ago or yesterday? Do you all listen to him? He confessed there that Chike doesn't want him to enter into the national account. Chike doesn't force him, want him to penetrate, go and look at it there, go and see what is going on in the national account, in the worldwide account. He said it that when they did that interview. So, what is Chike doing? He showed us about $750,000 here. That is what they are looking for long time. A job for, you find a job for. Chike Doziem and Simon Appa. These three people, they are the people that you are going to ask that morning before they started sharing it to people to be dividing from media to all this. They get that money. Because Onyendu was kidnapped on 19th of June. public knowing that Onyendu was kidnapped on 27th of June, which is Sunday morning in our time here, on 27th. How many days? On July 10th, this group of people came to US. Ejiofor, Chike Doziem, and Simon Apan, whatever. Ejiofor sent a message to Secretary Onyendu. Secretary Onyendu called me. This is this. He said that this is sent. Onyendu sent a message through Ejiofor. He listed all the names that will be in that meeting. It's about 7 or 8 people listed. Then when we came to that meeting, Ejiofor invited that meeting. Ejiofor make that meeting. The first, take care of that meeting. So when we get that there, we'll try to listen to Ejiofor. I'm talking about 13 days Onyendu get into the Nigeria. 13 days, 1-3. Ejiofor came to America and tell us that Onyendu wants bank to open, another new bank to open. So think about it. Ejiofor, Chike Doziem, and Simon Abba, they came to that meeting. Immediately, Ejiofor addressed what Onyendu said he said, which everything is lie. Immediately he finished, Simon Abba of the Zoom meeting. He don't want anybody to talk. He don't want anybody. He off it. Chike Doziem did not come again and say what happened. Simon Abba did not put the Zoom again. Ejiofor gone. That is where they started making use of this 740,000 or more. These 3 people, they are the people started of this 740,000. Now, in 5 days, Ejiofor came back again with the account name, with the account that we should open account and his name should be Umeh, the open Umeh. In 5 days, that means 13 days plus 5 days. How many days? In a split of those time, they talk about count, they open account. And that's what I wanted to talk about that account. Now, you all have seen, Biafrans, you all have seen what is going on in this government Edoziem is doing. Edoziem has his own, whatever he wanted to call his own. I don't care. But on behalf of what's our name? Loyalists. On behalf of our loyalists, I'm telling Chike Doziem right now. Please, Chike Doziem, I want you to please leave off Onyendu's name again. Anything Onyendu is doing, let it go. Do your own thing. Don't use Onyendu's name anymore. We have our letter writing, whatever. Do not use our letter writing anymore. You are using us. You are not IPOB member anymore. You have found your own. Anybody who wants to follow you, fine. I have no problem. But anything about Onyendu, remove your hand, don't ever again. Because you are confusing Biafra. You know what you are doing. do it. It's an order. You're not following they're not following our spring leader anymore. You're not taking the instruction anymore. You are doing anything you want to do. Anything he told you not to do, you do it in open. We don't want it anymore. So get the hell out. Don't use Onyendu's name anymore. Since you condemn, since you abandon Onyendu on the jail to die. Let me come again. What is going on? I didn't see you like a hard-hearted somebody. I didn't see you like hard-hearted somebody. I have been with you here in USA many times. You're a very soft guy. What is going on? What did Onyendu do that he cannot say, let us get Onyendu out? You help and get Onyendu out. I don't care. Since all this is problem going on, did Onyendu talk to you? Onyendu did not talk. Onyendu did not talk. All this dispute that between, it doesn't even between you and Onyendu. It's between Will and the other people. Did Onyendu talk anything? Did he say anything? No. Why do you abandon Onyendu like that? At this kind of critical time, Mazi, I didn't see you wicked. I didn't see you happy. You better check yourself. Something is wrong. Because something is wrong. You're not doing this with your sense. Something is wrong. Because I don't see you leaving Onyendu like this. And you still there talking something that is not proper. While Onyendu is in this area. It's not good, Mazi. Please. Please. That's the only thing I want to ask you, Mazi. Let me come to, sorry, let me finish. Let me come to Oforma. Oforma, I ask you a question. Oforma, you tell Mazi Ikechukwu not allow Madam Neniana not to come to the broadcast. It's funny. Mazi Oforma is funny. Mazi Oforma, during the time I made this radio, you're not there. You're not there, Mazi Oforma. Mazi Oforma, you're not there. So you have ought to pronounce to Madam Nenia not to come today, ready to tell the message Onyendu sent to her. Last time Madam Nenia came to, he went through the Facebook. He went and block Ikechukwu. His password, he blocked it. Mazi Oforma. Biafra is paying you $800. You are paying $800. You are receiving $800 every month. Mazi Oforma. Calculate that money in Naira. How much is that you are receiving in every month, Mazi Oforma? What have you been doing? Mazi Oforma, that you tell the Ikechukwu not to allow Madam Nenia to come there. Who are you? Mazi Oforma, who are you? Who are you? I'm going to make a calculation. Remember, both of us open a media. Remember? Both of us open a media. Something media. Remember? And I know that media is going on. Immediately, Chike doesn't say they should remove me. You remove me at that forum. You know how much I spend in that TV? I know how much. Where did that money go? In your form. You have right in your form to tell Madam Nenia, which you don't even know when that radio come up. So that's all I can say right now until when I come again. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, Chief Ogbuefi. The tension is high. This is your platform, and as you want it, we have it. We are friends. We've been, diplomatic with this men. I don't have a name for these people because I don't reserve words, but I can feel what everybody's feeling here. It is not a joke. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been held incommunicado for almost 22 to 23 months. High Chief Ogbuefi made a point here I've been making. I said one thing. This was systematic. They planned it. And they brought a distraction before they calculated all these things ahead. The Biafrans will be fighting, when you are chasing shadow, they are in, plotting their evil. You just said it here. You were in the same meeting that Simon Ekwa presided over Zoom meeting when the IPOB was having meeting. Chike was there. You were there. I wasn't there, but we know all these things. The question people should be asking them, what is Simon Ekpa doing holding meeting that concern IPOB and he being the person presiding that meeting? And he's not under oath. He's not a member of IPOB. Until I answer that question, Chike Doziem, Amadi Oha, that will strike your generation is still pressing up. I will stop here. Any other Chinwe, you want to take the floor? You can take the floor. I think Ichie Eziokwu, I don't know, is not off the camera. You guys need to pour your heart out.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
It's very, very funny because this is a systematic approach to bringing everything that we're doing, bringing it to a halt. The reason why they stopped Madam Nenaya and they tried as much as possible to stop Ichie from going to the radio station is just because that Madam Nenaya comes to the radio station and spills the beans and tells everybody the way it is. And apart from telling everybody the way it is, Madam Nenaya comes to the radio station to announce the people that pays, people that does not pay, for our people to know and hold people responsible. I know the last time she made that comment, she announced the people that paid. Immediately, everybody started running a helter skelter. So the problem is not, they just want a situation whereby they will make sure that nobody that has a contrary opinion to what they are doing or what they are saying does not come to the radio station. But it's unfortunate that we have elderly people now warfare. It is painful to have elderly people and they cannot open their eyes and speak the truth. And most of them are on our platform, on our radio platform. As you know, wow. You cannot tell me that you know the truth and things that is happening. And at the end of the day, you know that Onyendu's word is final. And still, you insist that it's only Chineke does him. It's only Chike does him. What's only Chike does him? What is only Chike does him? Chike does him is a mere person. It's not the structure of IPOB. The leader of IPOB is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kamano Osusu. And nobody can take that one away from him. What they are doing now is just mere nonsense. They think they can stop what is coming. They cannot stop it. It's unfortunate. They will go come to meeting and they will yap nonsense there. After yapping nonsense, every other person, okay, use your brain to know what is going on. No way. They told it after Onyendu gave an instruction on that memo for them not to remove or tamper with the coordinator of Italy. They still went ahead and did whatever they liked. Ironically, it was still this same Chike that opened the account in 2015. Right. Now again, Chike is opening another account in 2023. Something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. And we are not the kind of people that keep quiet. And I've resolved that I'm not going to lie to my people, or to our people rather. I did not come to this today to come and do whatever that is concerning Biafra, or come into this noble arena to make sure that our people are saved, that I just wanted to do it. No. I was instructed to come and do what I'm doing. And that's the reason why you cannot use money to entice me or anything. It is a systematic approach to stifling our fund. I told you people last broadcast that we did that what Chike Edozie did in US, he replicated in South Africa. The same thing he did in London. The same thing he's doing in Germany. He told us to get into the account, which we refused. But the morons that we have that got into the account is part of the people that is spoiling everything. I don't care. I'm not calling them names. It doesn't matter to me, because, like, if you're using your head the way you're supposed to use it, nobody will call you name. Even it got to an extent, the level of lies and deceit, it got to an extent. This year, I have to call them. No, any meeting we're doing, record it. That you people are liars. I do not mix words when I'm talking to them. They know quite all right what they are doing. As they have decided to roll on in the mud, we have decided to roll in that mud with them. I was one of the people that, if you tell me, DOS, no. But the instruction ain't can follow. Lady Chinwe is here. Ogbuefi is here. You can bear us witness. Mazi Ndidi is here. I will tell you, no. It is what DOS says or HOD says that will go. But when I now find out what they were doing, I did my own investigation. Personally, I did my own investigation myself. When I got to know, it was because of the case of Ogbuefi. That was when I got to know what was actually going on. Apart from other ones that I know of. But when I now ruled and decided that these people are not following Onion, which I confronted them. So a lot of things has been going wrong. If you want yourself to be deceived, you'll be deceived. There are some people that will say, this person, and this person. No, the person that we know is Onion. We don't know anybody else. Some mad people will say, oh, we don't want to listen to anybody that is in GSS Gunjon. Who are you? When did you come into IPOB? that you will open your mouth in the Western, you cannot listen to somebody that is in DSH on John. See how insulting all this. And they are proud saying it. Even the so-called, so stupid called with their leader, that they are following and jumping around like monkeys. Excuse my language. Which is just unfortunate. We have resolved that we will roll in the mud with you people. When you guys don't have respect, we will roll in that mud with you people. Whichever way you want it. You can't ride their own. We are going to roll in that mud with you people. Unless you people change tomorrow, we are going to roll with that mud with you people.
Thank you, Mazi, Ichie, Eziokwu. Lady Chinwe, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah.
Or mute?
No, I'm not muted. Okay, so I just want to employ all Biafrans, the great people of Biafra and lovers of freedom. Thank God for the code of conduct. It's accessible. It's your right to have a copy. Let's go back to the drawing board. Go read a copy, and it will tell you what you do, who should do what, and who is in charge. I listen to people say, whatever Chika says, he's the head of the directory, but they forgot that our manual also says, under the supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They don't see that part. And it's not very intelligent not to see every part of the gospel. So I implore you, go back to our code of conduct, read it. If you don't know how to get it, please reach out to us. Our email is connected to this. Reach out to us, we'll send you a copy. Read it and know for yourself today whom you shall follow and whom you shall believe. And it will be well with you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I think we need to play a couple videos. First video I want to play is, if we go back to this memo, all of us will see where our leader was concerned about the security in Biafra land, and specifically, I think is in, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't wanna misquote things. In Imo State, the insecurity in Imo State, he sent Maduka to report immediately to him to cancel. The reason for the insecurity in Imo State told you how our leader is loved our people. And another thing here, that is why I almost
What should I do?
I'll bring it on. When this is the only time we had Onyendu direct voice in the court, and you can see the passion on him, the burden on him, what he was saying, the reason why he's being because I tell people, Onyendu can catch out tonight if you wish to do so. He's not doing it because me and you want him to do it. It's a mandate from heaven. And some of us that are connected to him through that same spirit, we do the right thing at all times. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because that memo contains a lot. Some of us are not actually digested. We do more justice. That memo will prompt every time we come on air, like Mazi Double Chief said, because that's the only way we have our strength now. That's only in this word. Until those words are being implemented, anything anybody is saying he's saying it from this ear, is coming out from the other one. Only words will never allow to drop. Just like Chief Ogbuefi was talking about Uche Monfort. I over time reference Uche Monfort. Uche Monfort is our reference point. Uchemofo is a good man. Let me say this. Because Uchemofo never betrayed Onyendu when Onyendu was in the DSS dungeon, neither in correction center. Neither when Onyendu was missing for 1 year. He waited Onyendu and faced Onyendu face to face, regardless of the conspiracy theory that went on. But Uchemofo should rethink. But I think the oath is beating him up. So just listen to our leader. And for those people that are now supposed to save our people and killing them, causing insecurity in our land, they openly tell you that they will give people's name to DSS. This is the so faceless monster that lives in the desert, that has sniffed a lot of dust in his nose, that doesn't think anymore. Nobody knows who he is. This guy was one time the Middle East rep. Some people call him Anwurum, but I call him faceless, coward and cowardice. That has slaughtered so many people that have done nothing to him. But Onyendu is saying it here because if they're not implementing what Onyendu said in that memo, shows you that they've been doing whatever they want to do. Let's listen to our leader.
No, not at all. What should I do? It's what we expect to happen. But I want our people to be very calm. I want Biafra land to be calm and peaceful. Calm and very, very peaceful. We are fighting to defend our people. Not to kill them. Yes. We are fighting to defend them. That's why I'm here. Yes. And we'll continue to do so until we get victory.
If you watch this video and you say you love Mazi and what does it tell you? IPOB is not a violent movement. ESN was formed under the guise that the people that were supposed to protect it was a necessity, the filling the gap that the so-called the elite and the governors in our region, which is comprised of Biafra land, allow Fulani Marauder to come into our land, tongue herdsmen to massacre our people on a broad daylight, and we'll have to defend our land. Only in the bush and our forests for our mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters that can cultivate. Nothing else. But these men come out publicly now to turn the... some people forgotten so many times. There was a time they talked about cadets. They're pulling cadets. They're going to arrest people. Nobody talks about it anymore. That's why I say when someone is faceless, they can commit crime under that guise. I don't want to go too much on this issue tonight, but I just put this video for some of us to listen. And let's listen to Chikedo's voice where he disobeyed Onyendu, because we need to wrap up. Yeah? Let's listen to his voice. So after that, people now can, put up their own word and we see how we say good night and good morning to some of us anyway.
Onyendu said we should suspend the sit at home. And I asked our people, those that I had discussion, I said, but what is the reason? Did Onyendu give any reason why we should suspend it? And they said he didn't give a reason. And I asked them, but you tell me, what reason would I give Biafrans why I am suspending this sit at home when our demands has not been met? That was my question. I asked those both in DOS and those who were not in DOS that I had the opportunity to speak with. They were there the news. I asked them, what will be the reason I have to give? And with that, sorry, I think I'm trying to mix a little thing here, but the lawyers have not come back to us now. Now, this is before the night, the first day of it. So when I was asking them, what is the reason they want us to suspend this thing? And they told me that we should use NECO as an excuse. I mean, we should use NECO because of the exam that the people are trying to hold. And I said, but NECO doesn't really, it's not a strong excuse to give the Biafrans why we should stop the sit at home. And I will be very, very frank. And I will take the responsibility. I haven't said it on air before because it's not, I don't come on air to, and I said, because there is no reason from our leader that we should stop this sit at home, that we are going to go ahead with the sit at home. And then we went ahead with the first sit at home. After we did the first sit at home, and it was a huge success, unbelievable success. After that same Monday, That same Monday after they sit at home again, the lawyers had a visit again to Onyendu, and they now came back and said that Onyendu said we must suspend that sit at home. Suspend that sit at home. That message came now the second time. That message came now the second time, and I said, okay, if Onyendu insists after the evidence we have provided that this thing was successful, and that our people were willing to do it, and if you insist, I will suspend it. And I suspended from Onyendu. That instruction, anybody who tells you otherwise, and anybody who tells you otherwise, is lying. And that's how I answer that question. Now,
well, I hope every single one of us are listening to their own voice. We just need to reiterate this to people to understand, because at the end of the day, we don't want to sound prejudiced or any other things, but it's very evident that every single sundry knows what is going on. So, but we take our reference point from their own words, we use their words, we borrow their words, to lay to bear what they have done and what they continue to do. They have got no remorse on what they do. They're hell bent on their agenda. Their agenda is, these guys, they have something they have planned. And like High Chief Ogbuefi said, they abandoned Onyendu. That is why the same faceless guy, championed that Onyendu has been poisoned and confirmed. They were sending signal. Everything they do is to send signal. Just like that, they're sending signal to DSS to arrest our people. There's so many people they are hunting. We have all these things on record. Like I said, they will have their own days when the time is right. But our leader will firstly, like we said, we will rub ourselves in the mud, which we are doing already, until we get what we are looking for. I will let the floor for anyone that want to come in. My child chief is, I can see you're itching. So go on.
I think this is what I'm trying to say is manifest. When you say manifest, I haven't come inside. This is manifest where they start to coming out. But inside, I've never said something yet. It's coming. We're just talking manifest right now. When they start bringing themselves out. So I'm just gonna give a message to Barrister Ejimako and the Nemeka and Prince Carlo, Prince Imakal. That is fine boy. That's the people that always see Onyendu. I want them to tell Onyendu that we, the loyalists, we are here for him. We can never go back. And we make sure that he is out from that dungeon. That's OG message to the people that are seeing. I hope they are here watching, or if not, I want this message to go to these three of these people. Mazi Aloy, but Aloy, Ejimako, Nemeka, Ejiofor, and the Prince, Emma, fine boy. Please, Jelen Onyendu, see that the loyalists which I am in, I'm among them, that we're not going to leave him. We're going to stay behind him to 100% on Yabata. That's the little I want to say. Thank you.
There were double high shift. So is there another person? We need to wind down. Anybody want to pick up the floor? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to react to what Chika said. It boils down to the same thing we are saying and we continue to say. Chika doesn't, from his own very mouth, said, Onyendu, what is your reason for asking us not to carry on the sit at home or whatever he called it? If you listen and critically pay attention, he wasn't doubting the message was from Onyendu. He knew it was from Onyendu, but he wants Onyendu to submit to him and give him the reason. Even when he was giving a reason, He was not satisfied. And that's why he went ahead with his mindset. And by the next visit, according to him, the message came repeatedly. This second time, it did not come with his expectation, the reason, but he seemed to apply to it. Question I want to ask Chika. If Chika came out and said that Onyendu, our leader, said, will it be too much for him? Does he have to be the boss? Why is he fighting to be the boss? Why is he fighting to be important? So he couldn't say, I have been directed to tell people. No. He wants Onyendu to submit to him. He will not get it in his lifetime. His generation will not get it in the coming lifetime. Because he's a traitor. Okay? He has no respect for the man he ate from one cup and drank from one cup. He has no respect for what he's going through. He has no respect for his deprived. Look at Onyendu's voice he heard from court. Please stop all the confusion in Biafra land. This is why he is where he is. He's not see where he is. And Chika is carrying on because Nemesis had visited him with his cohort. So Biafrans, I just need you to know that Chika sees it. He has taken himself out. He's no longer one of us. Stop parading his name. He's nobody. He's not an IPOB member. I'm not even sure if he's a Biafran anyway, because only God knows the motive we have in our midst. I'm not sure if he's a Biafran at this point. So I just want people to keep trail of his sabotage. He started very early in Onyendu's rendition. He started quite early. Thank you so much. And I really want to thank you for making people know that there are core loyalists. We are not shaking. We are standing deliver. Let them come. We are waiting for them. No shaking. We move. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, there's one thing I want to emphasize here. It's very critical before Mazi picks up from me. Chike Doziem is responsible. You see this audio here? This is what is going to present in court tomorrow for Chike Doziem to answer all the mayhem causing in Biafra land today. Because whatever that have happened under the seat at home, quote, goes down. Chike Doziem is completely responsible. Whatever is happening in Biafra land today, I said this thing before, I will repeat it repeatedly. Maybe they don't understand the reason why. But Onyendu, you see the first video I played. Did you hear what Onyendu said? Onyendu is in DSS dungeon in the court. That was our leader's words. Contrary to what Chike Doziem is saying. I will leave it for here because I'm not going to be able to analyze it here. Mazi, pick up from me in there.
Okay, Ms. Mazi, we have said it all, and I don't want to keep beating on this dead horse, but this horse will beat it dead. There is one thing I want everybody to know. So we are here to educate, tell the truth, and bring to an understanding what is definitely going on. You know, that audio that was made by our leader, it says, whatever DOS says goes. What he means is this: whatever directives he gives the DOS, that's what goes. If DOS issues it out, not the DOS making these directives by themselves. In that same audio, he talked about finance of Madam Nayanya and says, what exactly, if it's in our code of conduct, when it comes to finance, Madam Nayanya is final, nobody else. Not even him himself, he said it. So this is, I want our people to understand this when they just speak and choose what they want to say. In that same audio, he said the same thing, but the only thing they sell you is whatever DOS says goes. No, not when you don't listen to the leader. What you say, do not go. I will say good evening to all, good morning, good night. I know we have spent quite a bit of time today, and I hope and pray that you people, our true hardcore Biafrans, have understood where we've been coming from and where we have been standing. We are standing with our leader, and here to open your eyes and ears and reason. Our leader taught us to reason. All we ask is for you to ask questions, reason, and say, does this make sense to me? If it doesn't, then you know there is something array. There will.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi. Like I said, this is the closing remarks. But before we go, I want to play that voice. It is very, very important that, because over time when you say things and they don't buttress it, people won't realize. And it happens so many times, like you said. You see, our people, that is why Onyendu, I'm going to put Onyendu lamentation at the end of this program for people to listen. Mazi Nandi kind of cried. He's sharing tears on that particular audio. I will put it on. But firstly, let's listen to this audio about whatever DOS. Who is DOS? DOS, Chigerism is a clerk. Onyendu is the Nyawabo Imago Bata.
Supreme leader.
Our leader is the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra. And the one thing people will not realize tonight, for educating some of those people that are feeling ignorant, IPOB practice what we call quasi-military system. None of these men was elected. Some of you are now positioning them as they are this, that, that. Nnamdi Kanu single-handedly picked each one of these men and put them where they are, including Uchemofo. Onyendu was telling us from 2015, before this problem happened, he knew he was going to be arrested in Lagos. He said, whatever happened, listen to my deputy. This thing that happening now was the same plan. They couldn't achieve it because Uchemofo was the only barrier between them. For people to understand, Chikerism does not have any legitimacy in our code of conduct. The only permanent position in our code of conduct is the spirit of religious people. Anybody there is temporarily. It doesn't matter your position in IPOB. Unless Onyendu said otherwise. Now, let's listen to this voice. After that, I will lead them with our leader's lamentation. Like, America have been wonderful today. You guys have, made us proud, coming out emphatically, and now fronting your own media platform that you guys can speak through and reach out to your own region and across board with us in the United Kingdom and all over the world is a thing of joy. Let's move forward with this.
Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosiem, from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately. Before we remove you without knowing where you are, this time around we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Nzurumike is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chike, Dosiem. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then now refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call, or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has brought you over and you'll be dealt with. Edo State, be warned. No dabbling in volunteer affairs or ESN affairs in Edo State. ESN is in Edo State for information. And very soon work will commence there immensely. Work will commence. Edo State comes under Ichie as Biafra Land Coordinator. We run a disciplined movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world. In IPOB, that's the only thing we have. That is we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on one thing, and that is discipline. If you know you cannot work for IPOB, you get out and join the Sabo. One day your judgment will come. We'll find out those hiding in Cotonou, those are hiding somewhere near Apite, near Swamp in River State. Will find all of you. In Igbo, not Igbo. I say River State because it comprises upland and coastal region. We'll find all of you. In Banke, they still have a police checkpoint. Okay, okay, don't worry. Don't worry, you'll hear the news very, very soon. You will hear it. I said, no police checkpoint in Biafra land. I said, no police checkpoint, I said. There was in a bank, go and tell them, I said, no police. If your brother, your uncle, your sister, your cousin is there, tell the idiot to get away and dismantle that checkpoint or else they will die. There. No state coordinator is allowed. No state coordinator is allowed to contact the state commander no matter what. And as a commander, if you're removed, you step aside, how others will do the job. We don't want a type of Biafra that will be like the zoo. If you lose election, you rig it, and you remain in power. When the age of retirement is 65, at the age of 85, you're still in power, that rubbish will not obtain. We are not like any other stupid set of black people from Africa. We are Biafrans. You must understand that. And follow orders accordingly. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS, we have the finance department, we have the legal department, we have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you'll be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to apprehend you. You must obey.
So, it's quite obvious, all of us have had it, department we have within the DOS, because the DOS comprises, and the finance, if you go through our code of conduct, only finance was mentioned there, emphatically. Very, very important, commercial in every sector. But at the end of the day, men are playing ignorant. Not even Uchemofo did not know our finance in his days. That's why I keep on referring to Uchemofo. Very, very important. So, fellow comrade and wonderful people of Biafra, tonight and more an afternoon in the United States and morning for some places, we have come here today to do the justice. Today is a precise the 5th of March 2023, and is officially now known for everybody that IPOB USA MNK, has rolled out their worldwide news channel, and they will be streaming live time to time, as you all know. And in conjunction with the United Kingdom media and Alpha Media, we are one family, because the enemy at the gate, we will not let them sleep until we decimate them. Our leader will come out soon. For those that have written him up, they have abandoned our leader, they have agendas, they think Mazi will die. I remember the word the man Mazi told me that Uchemofo was jittering. They are not jittering because they realize that the game is up. Onyendu will come out. And once that Nukumon surfaces, all these clowns will go underground. All of them will die on heart attack. That's why when you see Chike Dozemi, he doesn't look like a human being. You see Austin Alba and his brother, that nitwit that looks like a devil. All of them, these are evil men. And equivocally, I have no apology to anybody, but they will have a day in court because they have committed sacrilege in Biafra land. I thank you, wonderful people of Biafra, and we're going to leave you with our leader's lamentation to the end of this program. Fellow comrade, if anybody have anything to say, if not, we say good night, good morning, good afternoon from every part of the world, and we love every single one of you that have listened to the sound of our voice, because we are here to represent Onyendu and Biafra at large. At the end of this journey, Biafra shall be restored in Chukwuka Biamas name.
Thank you. Good night.
Biafrans, thank you so much, and good night.
No one.